go ahead and get rid of the Oreos and the candy because they've got nothing to do with this ice cream. But instead, Yanni, I've got the mystery bag. And inside of this bag contains the ingredients to this prison ice cream recipe that we're gonna be creating here. You guys ready? Cody's like fucking sweating over here. 1, 2, down the hatch. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show. And as you can tell by the way that me and Yanni are dressed up today, we're going to be doing some prison cooking. Yanni, thanks for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me, Joe. I mean, this is, if there's been one thing that I've been looking forward to since I've been out, and I've been out a month if you didn't know, it's reliving my prison days and not eating street food, but actually eating prison-made store-bought food, or food that comes from the store, man. So I'm absolutely thrilled.
We're going to be doing some prison cooking here, and in this video, we're going to be making some prison ice cream. How you feel about that?
Again, I mean, let's flash back. Let's jump in the DeLorean, hit 88 miles an hour, and just go back in time. Because I mean, again, I can't wait to relive my prison experiences.
Now, a really interesting thing to throw into all of this is while we were both in prison together, Yanni, this was one of your little things that you used to enjoy doing, was making prison ice cream.
Yeah, a prison is a lot of, in order to cope psychologically with the effect of prison, it's funny because prison is very much the same day in and day out. And
Absolutely.
In order to cope with it, you need a very strict routine. And so this would sort of be the capper to my night. Okay?
Making ice cream.
Yeah, I'd go to my job, and then I would work out, and then I'd play some sports, and then I would make a meal, and then at the end, sometime around 8 o'clock at night, I would... me and a couple of buddies would get together. Sometimes we actually did this.
Yeah, I've had some of your prison ice cream. It was really awesome.
Thank you.
And that's again why I wanted to revisit making prison ice cream. This is a video that I've done a long time ago here on After Prison Show. Who's ready to learn how to make some crystal meth? My costume fell apart. I'm kidding, folks. We're not making crystal meth. In this episode, we're going to be making prison ice cream. And happy Halloween! But I figured today we'd do things a little bit different. Now, Yanni, I told you exactly what I had in mind for this prison ice cream video, did I not?
Yeah, we were going to do the Oreos and the cookies and the candy bars, and we were going to have the prison kill shot cutting board.
The kill shot cutting board. What do you mean by kill shot?
Well, so a kill shot, pictures of good-looking women. I'm going to be completely respectful here on the APS After Prison Cooking Show. You need something to take your mind off of the sort of the humdrum daily grind. And when I say daily grind, I mean looking at men. So everywhere you go, whether it's in your locker, whether you've got laminated shots that you take to keep you company in the back shower, whether you have one under your bunk, and you're gonna have them everywhere you can put them. You need anything that you can to sort of take your mind off of just looking at dudes all day. And what better way to do that than to be cutting up your onions and your beef jerky and your hot pickle and everything else on a cutting board full of beautiful women.
But we're going to completely abandon the original idea. And this may come as a shock to you, Yanni. I'm not even sure that you're going to be prepared for this idea. Because at first, we were going to make Oreo candy prison ice cream. That was the original idea, but, this is After Prison Show, and I think we might just try to step out of the box a little bit here.
Joe, did you not just step out of the box? I told you that prison routine is something that's absolutely sacrosanct. I have to, it's like a metronome. It has to, you hit 1, you hit 2, you hit 3, then you get to 4, then you turn the page, and you go to the next day. And now you want to throw me these freaking curveballs?
Oh, Yanni, it's not just any old curveball either. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Oreos and the candy because they've got nothing to do with this ice cream. But instead, Yanni, I've got the mystery bag. And inside of this bag contains the ingredients to this prison ice cream recipe that we're going to be creating here.
Every single time you hit me with a surprise, you told me exactly what I was coming over to do, right? I only had a couple of hours. I was taking it out for my busy day to come over here and help out APS, and we were going to have Oreos, we were going to have cookies, we were going to have the powdered milk. It was going to be a low-fat dessert because you know how health conscious I am, and now you have something in a bag. I don't even, what is it? What is it? Peaches shellacked wig?
Let's go ahead and show Yanni what we do have in the bag. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've never made this before. This was an idea that came to me earlier, and I truly believe this is actually going to be really good. So Yanni, this is what I've got in mind. You ready?
No. Oh, so you just want to make some chips and dip? We can do that. That's no problem. I know it's prison burrito.
No.
You've never done that before, right?
No. We are going to take the Doritos and the beef jerky, and we're going to make...
Can you hold the beef jerky like that one more time?
What's that?
You like Zorro with the...
Doritos and beef jerky prison ice cream.
Prison ice cream, Doritos, and beef jerky. That's probably the worst idea I've ever heard.
What if what we're about to create right here is the next big thing? What if this is so good we're able to take this to Shark Tank?
Shark Tank? So you're talking about... Shark Tank? What a great idea! God, I can't believe I never thought of this before.
Can I get a better reaction?
What an incredible idea. I mean, because you're taking two things. You're taking two things that are wonderful. I mean, I love Doritos.
Me too.
You like them okay?
I love them. And I love
beef jerky.
Right.
Wow, jinx.
We're finishing each other's sentences over here.
It's a match made in heaven. No, I love Doritos, and I love beef jerky, and I love ice cream. But putting them together, I don't know, it sounds dangerous.
You never know. Hey, but that's what we're getting ready to create, so let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that we got to do, Yanni, again, this is your wheelhouse, and, this is going to be kind of reminiscent to you, minus some of the things that we will be using for this video, because obviously while locked up, you're going to be using a lot of chip bags and things of that nature. The first thing that we're going to be using is we're going to need we're going to probably need more than that, but we're going to need a couple of 1-gallon Ziploc bags. We're going to need a lot of ice for this meal, so Cody just brought me the entire ice tray out of the refrigerator. We've got ice, we've got our gallon Ziploc bags, we've got some powdered dry milk, which is almost like baby formula. We're actually going to drink a little bit of this before we actually start making the ice cream. And we've got a lot of salt. We're going to need that as well. Doritos and beef jerky, and really that's all we're going to be using to make this.
Before we jump into actually making this this wild concoction that you've sort of just created and potentially trademarked, maybe discuss a little bit, because a lot of this stuff isn't available on the store. You have to somehow get it by, potentially shady means.
Oh, of course. Like the salt, for example, is a really good example of that, because you're not going to be able to get your hands on a full salt container like we have for this video. How would you go about getting the salt in prison?
So there's two different ways. You can either go the hard way or you can go the easy way. Now the hard way is if you're limited on budget. A lot of guys in prison aren't ballers. They ain't shot callers. They need to find an alternative route. And so what you would do is when you go to the chow hall, every 4 or 5 tables or so, they're not going to put one on every table because they're going to burn through it too fast. But they'll have
salt and pepper shakers.
Salt and pepper shakers, or they'll have an actual, but they're big. They're reasonably sized.
It's about half of the size of this. It's clear. You'll have one for salt, one for pepper.
Exactly. So you'll need to bring a contraband container,
which will be a bag, maybe a chip bag, something like that.
Or it could be you actually stole one of the salt and pepper shakers and you can just load it up that way, which I've actually done in a pinch. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot my bag. And I just take the whole thing and just put it in my pocket.
And real quick, Yanni, tell us the easy way to go about getting the salt from the chow hall.
Okay, so the easy way would just be to work out a deal with someone who works in the kitchen. And this is how a lot of things are acquired, from onions to peppers to...
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches, yeah. Because, of course, a lot of these cooks, once they've climbed up the ladder, they'll work in the staff dining.
And they're less monitored. They can basically do what they want, wrap those sandwiches up, sneak them back however they get them back. It's a lot of different ways.
And some of them don't even have to sneak. Once they've been there long enough, their relationships with the guards are so good.
Because they're cooking for the guards. They're cooking the guards the meals that they want to eat. So the guards are going to kind of like turn the other cheek when they're doing things.
Well, and let's face it. I mean, guards, just like anyone else. I mean, if you talk trash to the person at the McDonald's drive-thru, you run the risk of maybe getting a little extra, maybe some extra special sauce with your Big Mac. Guards are the same way. They try to treat the people that run kitchen dining with a little more respect than they treat the average inmate or someone that just works in the inmate kitchen. Because why?
They make the food.
They make the food.
Let's go ahead and get into this ice cream making process. Now, the first thing that I want to do before we even do anything is, Yanni, I've provided you with a pair of frisky feelers. These are, as you know, what the guards will wear when it's time to do a little searching.
Yeah, and look, so these aren't something that they just hand out. You don't just walk in the dorm or walk into your cell house and there aren't guards that are just handing out rubber gloves. That's something you're going to have to get from someone that works in in a janitorial capacity,
medical,
or possibly an ice guard.
Go ahead and open up one of these plastic bags so we can put this ice in there. Okay, hold the bag open. We're going to fill this bag up halfway with ice.
And so there's two different methods, Joe, of acquiring ice. And whether you're in prison, you've got an ice machine, but in jail, if you wanted ice, you'd actually have to pull it out of a used drink cooler.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of facilities, it's going to be different on how guys are able to get ice. Some facilities have ice machines. Others are going to have coolers. For the most part, there is a good possibility you will be able to get your hands on ice while locked up. For anybody who may be wondering, how in the hell do guys in prison get ice?
If you've been in trouble and you've somehow found yourself in a higher level prison, you don't necessarily have the same access that you would at one of the lower level facilities. So some of the guys in the level 4s and the level 5s don't have access to the ice. So this is actually a luxury.
We've got the ice in the bag. We filled the bag about halfway up with ice. The next thing we're going to do is add the salt. And when it comes to adding salt to this,
don't skimp on the salt.
So let's go ahead and just start adding that salt in there. Yanni, how much salt do you think we need?
I'd put a quarter of the container in there for now.
All right, there's a lot of salt. Go ahead and mix that up.
Now, generally, when you make it in prison, I always resalt it. Now, there are some guys that make the prison ice cream, or they make the ice cream in prison, and they only salt one time. I've always done it twice. Once the ice begins to melt,
resalt.
I'll add the ingredients, resalt, freeze, and then within 30 to 45 minutes, it's ready to eat.
Okay, so go ahead and keep mixing that up. Okay, we can put that off to the side for a minute. Now we got to mix up this milk. We need to get rolling here. So we've got our powdered milk right here. Yanni, how much powdered milk did you drink? Did you drink powdered milk while locked up? And, what did you think about it?
Yeah, well, so powdered milk is, when I was locked up, powdered milk was about $4.50 a bag. And I'm trying to remember exactly how many servings. I think you had 8 servings in a bag. And it is really difficult to find good protein sources. Powdered milk actually has casein protein in it. Now, casein protein is not something that you can buy at the prison commissary or pick up from the storeman or somebody from the kitchen. It's in very rare supply, and it typically only comes in powdered milk. So for those of you guys that work out or fitness freaks, it's a great protein to consume before you go to sleep because it'll actually work. The casein protein will actually work, help build, repair muscle while you're sleeping.
This is definitely not the best tasting stuff in the world. It definitely tastes like baby formula. And in prison, a lot of times, you're going to be drinking powdered milk. Not in every instance are you going to be able to get your hands on any type of real milk in prison. A lot of times it comes in a bag.
And then the other thing is if you do acquire milk, they typically, you don't get milk at lunch or dinner. You're going to get milk in the morning. And, ice cream isn't something that you eat in the morning. I mean, how often do you eat ice cream in the morning?
I eat ice cream in the morning.
Well, I stand corrected.
We're going to go ahead and mix this up. Now, real quick, let me say one more thing. You can use regular milk for this. You don't have to use the powdered milk. We're only using this because of the prison ice cream aspect to this video. Just really looking for the authenticity of this. You want to have a little taste test of the milk? A little reminiscent of the prison days?
Do I want to have a taste test?
You want to take a little trip down memory lane from being locked up when we used to drink this type of nasty baby formula?
I thought this was a trip down memory lane. I'm wearing prison oranges and a chef's hat because it was so often that I wore a chef's hat
while in prison.
Yeah, I used to do it with an apron, nothing else underneath.
Let's just take a little sippy sip here. Let's do it together. Where are your manners? Man pours you a drink in prison, you just want to go ahead and take the drink before toasting them? Cheers.
Yeah, I'm rude and obnoxious. Nothing's changed.
Cheers to not being locked up. God! I mean, it's really not that bad. At first, it hits you like baby formula. I haven't had baby formula since I was a baby, so this definitely is a trip down memory lane.
It's really good. That's good.
That's some good powdered
Make
milk.
it some more later.
Oh, God, it almost tastes spoiled. It almost tastes like bad milk. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. I'm going to need you to hold this bag open ever so carefully. You probably want to hold it over the table. I'm going to go ahead and pour this into there. Easy does it, killer. All right. The milk has entered the bag.
Boy, this really takes me back.
All right, go ahead and seal that up. All right. Get all the air out of there, too, as you're doing that. You get the air out.
You know what the worst thing is about prison cooking is sort of the backseat chef. He's constantly micromanaging.
Hey, yo, you still got some air pockets in that bag.
Man, you don't even know what you're doing. Yo,
What's this, your first rodeo?
Man, this cracker green.
Is this your first rodeo? You ain't never made no ice cream before. You don't know what you're doing, man. Why this is some air
You ain't no rodeo rider for real.
Man, what you doing with that bag, man? We need to get that bag in that ice. All right, let's go ahead and get this bag of milk. Yummy, 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 yummy. Inside that bag there. All right, we're going to tuck that down just like that. We're going to use the tuck rule.
What is the tuck rule?
You've never heard the tuck rule while in prison? And I'm not talking about the tuck rule that came into effect because of Tom Brady. There is an actual tuck rule. We can't talk about that in this video. We'll have to talk about that another time, possibly on another podcast. Bag sealed up. Go ahead and flip that around. Get that ice all over that milk. Careful not to bust that other bag. I know I'm backseat driving on this cooking operation, but good Lord. Can you imagine if we got milk in the carpet? That would never come out. While you do that, I'm going to lay this towel out. We're going to also wrap this up in a towel. That way, this thing's kind of insulated.
And yeah, and that's also a critical step. Just like your cooler at home has a,
it's insulated.
It is insulated with the styrofoam. Same deal. You take a prison towel, you wrap up your container.
We'll let that sit like that. It's going to be about 20 minutes before this is actually hardened and ready. While we let this sit up, let's go ahead and prepare everything that we need to prepare. We're going to crush up some of these Doritos. We're going to use a lot of Doritos in this. This is going to be a very Dorito-y type of ice cream here. I'm going to crush up the Doritos. I'm going to get you to cut up the hot beef stick. You've got your kill shot cutting board here. I got you a knife right here. You go ahead and cut up that beef stick. I'm going to...
You know, and you mentioned something earlier about you want to make this really, really Dorito-y. You really want to make it Dorito-y. And that's a complaint that I've had over the years with a lot of, the ice cream that I've eaten is just, man, this is really good, but if it could just be a little more Dorito-y.
You never know. What we're creating right here might just be the next big thing, or it turns out to be absolutely horrible. Yanni, please do not cut yourself during this video. All right, so you're going to take care of that. I'm going to put some of the Doritos in another one of these Ziploc bags. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10 for all of you out there watching this, I really want to know what you think this ice cream is going to turn out like. 10 being amazing, 1 being absolutely horrible. Leave a comment down below and let me know exactly what you think. And you'll be seeing the taste test reaction coming really soon. Cody, he doesn't know this yet, but he's standing behind the camera right now. He's actually going to be partaking in this taste test as well. He's shaking his head, looking like he's ready to throw up back there. Hey, yo, what you doing, man? Why you cutting up that sausage like that? You cutting into my girls, man. You cutting my girls up. What do you think? Maybe more? Maybe less?
I mean, I don't know. You're the one that came up with the whole
Dorito ice cream.
Dorito-y.
Yeah, we're gonna need to put some more Doritos in there.
I'll tell you what. I like the beef jerky on its own. It tastes great. Okay, I'm gonna nibble. Doritos on their own, great. Doritos and the beef jerky, even better.
But with the ice cream.
That's the real test, isn't it? And if you're wrong about this ice cream combination, Joe, God help us all.
Oh yeah, we got us a nice little brick of ice cream right here. All right, I gotta go rinse this off real quick, get this salt off of here. Maybe we should have put a sugar in here. It's a little late for that now, but that could be that missing ingredient if this
No, it's not too late because we still have to add the ingredients. So do we have any artificial sweeteners?
Yeah,
or what
I
do.
do.
We have? Okay, great.
So I'm gonna add a pink sugar to this after I rinse this off. We got this cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and add some artificial sugar to this because I really feel like that could help this. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we got right here. It's definitely getting pretty solid. It's definitely turning into the ice cream, but really it's just frozen milk at this point, frozen powdered milk. So we're gonna add a little bit of sweetener to this. These pink sugars, you definitely could get these in prison. How many do you think I should add, Yanni?
A lot.
So like 2, 3?
No, a lot more.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna add 3.
Why did you ask me? I mean, that's typical Joe. I'll never forget, man. You'd pull me over to the rack when we were locked up, and you'd want me to, check out a cartoon or read an essay, and you'd say, Yanni, I want to know your honest opinion about this. I really want to know what you think. And I'd say, well, Joe, this is really great. This is really good. But if it was me, I think it would play a little bit better if you added a little bit of this or add a little bit of that, and then Joe would look into outer space and he'd be like, yeah, thanks, I got shit to do.
Verbatim.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this is going to turn out when it's done, but hopefully what we've created here is amazing. Go ahead and throw that in here too.
Oops. God.
Don't worry about it. It's only the carpet. All right, we got that. Let's go ahead and start mixing this up real quick.
Would you like a little ice cream with your Doritos and beef jerky?
Telling you, we might be on to something here, Yanni. I know it looks horrible right now. I know. Bear with us. Keep those gag reflexes in check.
That's why I keep eating the hot beef jerky. I'm hoping to desensitize my taste buds in order to prepare myself for this culinary nightmare.
I think it's going to be
which
great.
is Dorito beef jerky ice cream. You sure you don't want to add some jalapenos?
I was going to get
Or some
pickle.
queso?
I was going to get some pickle.
A critical part of resalting, you don't want to salt ice that has begun to melt. You want to bleed off the water and then resalt or add additional ice cubes.
All right, I'm going to go take out the water. All right, I've added more ice. Yanni, go ahead and take care of the salt for us. You're the salt connoisseur.
Okay, so we've already bled off the water, and we've added fresh ice cubes. Now we've kept the pre-existing ice cubes because they already have a certain amount of salt on there. So you want to go ahead and stick with what you got. But once you bled the water off, add more ice cubes, and then liberally apply salt. Now, Joe, make sure you don't get any air in the bag.
You hold the head. I'm gonna milk this cow. All right, we've got this wrap back up. We're gonna let this sit for another 20 minutes, and then this ice cream is gonna be ready to be eaten. You prepared to eat this? What do you think? What do you think it's gonna taste like?
I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere between hot and garbage.
We could sprinkle Doritos on top of it. No?
Sure. I mean, we could sprinkle the leftovers of Aggie's litter box on top of it too. I mean, we've got.
You're knocking this. I'm telling you.
No, look, man. I'm so excited about eating this.
Like, what if this is that next big thing, man? Shark Tank, Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry.
Yo, hey, look, man. This ain't gonna be straight missile.
Well, Cody's now in the shot, so that could only mean one thing. It's taste test time. And real quick, before we open up this bag of awesome deliciousness, I just want to ask Cody real quick, what do you think this is going to taste like?
It's gonna be really disgusting, I think. I don't think it's going to be any good.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Cody, 10 being great, 1 being horrible, you're going with a 1?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 1.
Hey, what about you, Yanni?
What about me? I'm thinking 10.5. I've never been as excited as I am right now to consume something. I mean, I think it's guaranteed to be a home run. There's no chance that this ice cream isn't 100%
Amazing.
delicious.
Well, I'm really, really happy that you feel that way, because I feel the same way. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel this right here is going to be amazing. All right, we got to clean this off first. If the smell of this is any indication of what this is going to be like,
We're in trouble.
God help us. God help us with Joe's crazy ideas. Look at that. That didn't even mix up right there. Now look, I mean, you got to think about it like this. Doritos and milk, you could do that. Doritos and beef jerky, you could do that. So, Doritos, beef jerky, and milk, frozen in ice cream? Why not? Hold on. We got to put the sprinkles on top first.
Just a little bit for me. don't go too heavy on the sprinkles. No, look. Honestly, we're just gonna take this and throw it in the garbage, and then you're gonna cut to the, like me taking just an empty spoon and right. I don't really have to eat this, do I?
I think this is going to be amazing. You guys ready? Cody's like freaking sweating over here. All right, everybody on the count of 3, get you a little bit of sausage, get you a little bit of Doritos, and some of that frozen milk. You guys ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, down the hatch.
Wow. That was really surprising, man. I cannot believe how good that is. This is really good.
This spoon's still clean.
What? No, All right, I'm gonna eat it for real this time.
You didn't get none of the sausage. And the sausage is hot. It's not bad.
No.
The sausage kind of throws it off.
That sausage.
That sausage is hot. But you got the milk right there to cool it down.
Man, that's good. So good. God. Boy, you really hit a home run with this one. That's... Cody, let's get the marketing team on the bag design. I mean, we need to get this in the freezer section at Food Line and Farm Fresh as soon as possible, because before somebody steals our idea.
What do you think?
Sausage definitely throws it off a bit.
Throws it off a bit.
You ever had meat in your ice cream?
It's getting better. Like the more you eat it, the more you get over that first horrible bite. And this just keeps getting better and better. Are you guys gonna eat all yours? Hey, Cody, you're not gonna finish that, are you?
Oh, you want some of it?
Oh,
Here you go.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so you know what? Hey.
No, it's not. It's really, man. I'm screwing around, but this shit is really good.
Is it?
God. We don't even want to. Look. You really want to take your time because it hits so many different levels of the taste buds. It has so many notes. It has a really nice bouquet and just like a smooth finish. It's got a little kick to it. But I got to tell you, you had a home run.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is horrible. This is absolutely disgusting. I want to throw up with every single bite. Please don't try this at home.
No, I mean, look, I want to be serious for a minute. Look, if you haven't eaten in 6 or 7 days,
You know, we didn't miss the mark by much. Somewhere along the road, we went wrong. It was probably with the beef jerky.
I'm trying to catch the beef jerky. I'm serious. I mean, look at my bowl.
Yanni. Well. Oh, God.
Culinary delight.
It's legitimately like eating out of the fucking garbage disposal.
What do you think Gordon Ramsay would do if he took a bite out of this? Do you think he'd want to go into business with us and start a restaurant?
Look, we're not off by much, okay? We're very close.
It's a process.
We're very close to perfecting this recipe. We were thinking about adding some chocolate to this. What do you think? Would that make it any better?
Adding chocolate to this?
Okay, so
Yeah, that's the missing ingredient, man.
we weren't off by much. Again, we weren't off by much. Cody, you about to throw up?
No.
I had an idea. I thought it might be okay. It wasn't. But nevertheless, this is how you make prison ice cream. With some milk or some powdered milk.
This is for real.
Some ice, some salt, some bags, and some ingredients. Unfortunately for us today, the ingredients I chose weren't the right ones. Cody, thanks for trying this, man. Thanks for being a good sport about this. I don't know many people who would come over here and eat this.
No.
Yanni ate his whole bowl of ice cream. You want some more? We got plenty.
Yeah, I'd just rather eat it off camera.
What if we took this to the grocery store and we set up like a little booth giving out taste samples?
I mean,
look,
I think probably just a trespassing charge.
hey, look, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and didn't throw up in the process of watching us eat this. And if you didn't do that, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about this video. Special thanks to Yanni and Cody for participating in this taste test annihilation. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, nor ever try you any Doritos beef jerky ice cream, and make the most of every day.